Alright, I know what you're thinking. Golf? Why? Why would I watch golf? Golf is a sport for rich middle-aged white men who hate their wives and drive BMWs, all the while complaining about how their 3 entitled private school kids don't love them and they're just waiting for them to die in order to get the money. It's hideously expensive to join a club, get clubs, and then the game will make you want to club the people around you out of frustration. What I'm saying is, it's a game for people of high standing, which is rather appropriate given that that's what you will spend 90% of the gameplay doing.
I'm sorry to keep banging on about it, but this whole racing car costs less than this plastic bag full of sticks.
So, given that fact and the title, people will probably think I'm just making an ironic shitpost that transcends the boundaries of cringe. But the thing is, this anime is actually a ton of fun. In fact, I think that given a proper chance, it'll stack up well against the other sports anime out there, or rather I think it will be, on par with them. Fucking nailed it! Hi, I'm Pac-Man for Anime Roulette, and I love talking about sports anime. To have a good sports anime, you need to do several things. Make the game fun to watch, make the game look cool, have compelling characters you want to cheer both for and against, and above all, you need a solid goal for each of the characters to strive for. It is in fact, by its very nature, one giant tournament, which have historically been the best parts of some of the greatest shonen shows of all time. But the very best sports anime have that extra special X factor, the thing that sets them apart from the competition, and the cool thing is it isn't uniform across all of the shows, it can be literally anything. For some it's the tension between childhood friends come rivals, for others it's winning the tournament before senpais graduate. There are family stories, action shows, comedies. Sports has this way of taking all the best elements of all of these series, especially of drama series, and then adds the best parts of a battle series as a frame. It is, therefore, given that, one of my picks for the best genre of anime behind hard sci-fi and hard seinen, up there with the likes of Psycho Pass, Ghost in the Shell and Monster, the really good ones I mean. Sports anime just gets you feeling hype like nothing else does. So, how does Birdie Wing go about investing you? Simple. Take all the things you love about modern seasonal anime, comedy, action, underground organizations, intense battle sequences with flashy animations, and above all, top-tier waifus, and then throw them into a melee of all the ridiculous plot elements which somehow make sense, and then go as hard and fast as you can. Plus, the music slaps harder than Will Smith. Man, anime OSTs have been fire recently. In fact, the best show of spring 2022 is a music anime. Shout out to ya boy Kong Ming. But it's quality all across the board, and the OPs especially have been absolute bangers. For some reason, I'm Quitting Heroing's opening is absolutely fire. Oh, and Pelek did the opening for that, Skeleton Knight in Another World show. Man, it's going crazy right now. Alright, getting off topic, back to Birdie Wing. Let's talk premise. Now, instead of the boring ass standing in a club full of cashed up middle-aged white men angle, Birdie Wing instead follows the adventures of this absolute blonde bombshell from an unnamed European or South American country called Nafris. Her name is Eve, and she makes her living by scamming the aforementioned cashed up upper middle class white men by whooping their ass at underground street golf. That's right, we have underground betting rings on golf matches in the ganglands and industrial estates. These matches are both a front for actual hardcore illegal activity, or just to make revenue for the local mobs by rigging golf games in their favour. After all, the house always wins in the end, no matter how or what you gamble on. But Eve is no criminal. She isn't in with the Mafia, she makes a point of it. This is just her hustle that she does in order to keep her adopted family alive. That's right, tragic backstory time. She's a street orphan, trained by an elite underground golfer who lives in a bar/orphanage, because that's cool, I guess, whose goal is to live a decent life and give a decent life to the kids while paying off the police not to bother them, as the kids are implied to be the children of illegal migrants and they have nowhere else to go. That, and they're also selling alcohol in a sketchy neighborhood, which means they most likely don't have a license. Her little sister is her caddy and a Gundam nerd, points there, while her big sister runs the bar. This is all set dressing, though, for the best relationship in the opening of the show is the Mafia goddess, who runs the golfing goods store with an obnoxiously ornate office full of marine life for some reason. Like, what the fuck? That fish back there in that fish tank behind her costs more than the entirety of the merchandise on sale in this store. Rose Allion is her name. She runs all the hustles in this area and is a lieutenant of the big Mafia boss in Nafris. Their interactions are what makes the early part of the show, but it's what leads to the plot. In her bid to earn a living, Eve is challenged by a wealthy member of the richest golf club in town, who she regularly beats with ease. Only this time, he wants to play her on the official golf course used for international tournaments because he's a club member. His niece is competing in the women's bracket, and he wants Eve to face her. Eve does her thing and wins because she's the protag, but the co-protagonist, or the co-tag, if you will, sees Eve play, and the Yuri siren just starts blaring at full volume. The shipping klaxon is in overdrive. We are leaving the harbor and setting sail, boys, because in steps best girl, Aoi Amawashi. She is kind, she is sweet, she's wholesome, but above all, she loves playing golf. She lives for golf. She is the daughter of this world's two greatest golfing legends and heiress to the largest premium golf supplies company in the world. They immediately play a game, and Aoi reveals the greatest thing ever. She has a personalized golf ball with Pac-Man on it. And all I'm going to say is I wish Aoi would hit me that hard, if you know what I'm saying. Especially in her VR idol cat girl outfit. Come on, this is a waifu sports show with Yuri bait. They know what they're about, and so do I. But she isn't the only one with a custom golf ball, actually. Everyone has one, which makes it easy to pick who's who. It's really convenient when you get through the battle scenes. Anyway, they play around and immediately fall in love with each other, to the extent that Eve gets in debt with the mob just so she can compete against her as a guest in the Pro League. And so our story begins, and it is a wonderful story of high-stakes golf games, tournament matches, friendly rivalries, romantic sexual tension, car chases, literal battles with hitmen and the Mafia, topped off with golfing super moves, and a full range of premium waifus. We've got MILFs, tomboys, nerdy girls, wholesome girls, plucky kohais, and wiser senpais, and this is a sports anime, so we have lots of different outfits for all of them. Seriously, people don't appreciate it enough when characters change outfits. That adds depth and personality to the characters in a subtle but meaningful way, and the best part is you can achieve all of that development without having to devote extra episodes to it or splash on the animation budget. Speaking of the animation and style though, it's actually quite well done. The character designs are fantastic, and I haven't had any complaints regarding CG. In fact, the only CG we seem to have seen is in the wide shots and the golf ball flight scenes. What's really good is the sound design, the swish and flick sound that the clubs make when they tee off, the odd sounds you hear here and there like a golf flag flapping in the breeze, their clothes moving, the sounds they make, like it's all, like the overall ambience of the show is actually incredible to the point that I actually noticed it. And when you notice ambience being good, that is a sign of amazing work. And it's especially amazing considering the budget for this show doesn't seem to be too extreme. Not to mention that it's made by Bandai Namco, who can be very hit or miss when it comes to the finer details on a show. In any case, the quality of the show's production is secondary in my view, given how much fun I've been having. So let's recap quickly. Good music, good animation, excellent waifus, fun plot, incredible sound design, but most important of all, it has the one thing that sports anime have to have. If they don't have it, they are automatically disqualified. It's the one trait that all the great ones have. That trait is heart. Birdie Wing has a lot of heart, and while a decent majority of said heart is in the same zero to hero story we've seen a million times before, it never really stops being compelling in the sports setting. Seeing someone from the slums of a mafia-dominated principality to the big leagues of professional golf, founded in the ideal of keeping the hopes of children alive, it's always going to be great. Throw in a Lady and the Tramp Yuri plot, and we are winning, boys. This series has had the unfortunate fate of being crowded out by the absolute stacked season it's aired in, Not to mention its premise is hardly one to grab the viewer outright because, golf. But the thing is, it's fun as hell, and it leaves me with the warm and fuzzies every week, while having me staring at the next episode counter, which I know I will have to wait to push. I won't say it's a masterpiece, nor will I say it's among the greats of sports anime, but it deserves to be rated a lot higher and viewed a lot more than where it is now. Which is the whole reason why Anime Roulette was founded. We were founded for a specific mission. To seek out new anime, and new levels of trash. To boldly go where no weeb has gone before, and probably for very good reason. Though occasionally, you do find a gem. If nothing else, you'll see a good sports anime, and quality-wise at least, good sports anime is, well, par for the course. Yeah!